which are based on the concept of generalized coordinates, energy, and force. So there are various forces such as inertia, gravity, friction, Coriolis force, and centrifugal force. Coriolis force is such that in crowd there is the lava, and the rotation of the surface of the earth will agitate the inner mass that is rotating with to the origin. So the inertia, and gravity, friction, and centrifugal forces you better know. So complete dynamic models of two robots and two axis planar articulated robot and three axis Kara type are derived in this chapter. So a recursive Newton-Euler formulation is also an alternative approach in place of Lagrange-Euler formulations, and it has the better implementation facility to the computer, and it is computationally more complex than a Lagrange-Euler formulation. So first we consider the Lagrange's equation. So any complex dynamic system can be modeled in a simple fashion using the Lagrangian formulation. It is based on the motion of generalized coordinates, energy, and generalized forces. So suppose there are n giant variables q, that is q1, q2, q3, and qn, and that may be the revolute and prismatic joints. So theta 1, theta 2, d4, like these variables may be there, and t is the kinetic energy and u is the potential energy. So Lagrangian function is defined as the difference between the kinetic and potential energy as follows. This you see here. This is the kinetic energy, and this is the potential energy, and this is the difference. So this function is basically Lagrange function is basically the difference between kinetic uh, energy and potential energy. Here we can see that the kinetic energy varies with the position q as well as the derivative of position and orientation. So there the variation in the angular position is called the angular velocity omega, and the change in the linear linear length of the link is called the velocity. So if both are changing, both joint variables are changing, so there may be the linear as well as angular velocity. So q dot dq upon dt defines the vector of joint velocities. So already it has been discussed that t depends upon position and velocity of arm. So general equation has been derived for Lagrangian force equation. So any force acting on the ith link, ith joint is given by the derivative of Lagrange function with respect to joint variable and derivative of this derivative term with respect to joint variable. Derivative means speed, this is the velocity, and the variation of Lagrange function with velocity. Okay, partial differentiation of Lagrange function with respect to qi dot. This is the velocity qi dot. So we take the partial differentiation of Lagrange function with respect to velocities, joint velocities, and here we take the partial derivative of Lagrange function with respect to the joint positions. Okay, so I may vary from 1 to n, and individual ith joint is, so for I equal to 1, f1 is equal to partial derivative with respect to q1, that is suppose theta 1. So change of partial differentiation of Lagrange equation with respect to theta 1, and suppose theta 2 and theta d3 is third variable. So if we keep I equal to 4, there will be a linear velocity. So partial differentiation with respect to d3, and this term is also again taken derivative with time. Okay, so it will totally represent the f equal to, this represents the acceleration and this is the momentum. Okay, so d upon dt means it will represent the acceleration ma, f equal to ma, and this will be the force due to momentum. So here now we will study the kinetic and potential energy of the joints. So suppose that there is a base frame x0, y0 and z0, and any link k has the end of the link. This is defined by this point. So the angular velocity of this link is defined by omega minus k and v minus k. This is the terminology and symbols we have used generally in this book. So suppose xk, yk and zk is another frame joint to our tool end. So here kth link will move in three-dimensional space. This is general matter that kth link will move in the three-dimensional space with both a linear velocity as well as angular velocity. So Vk represents the linear velocity and omega k represents the angular velocity. So the total kinetic energy of the arm is sum of kinetic energies of its links. So this is mass vector, this is velocity vector, and this is the transfer velocity vector. So 1 upon 2 mv square, this term represents the 1 upon 2 mv square. Similarly, the dk represents the inertia tensor and mass. So 1 upon 2 mv square and 1 upon 2 d omega square. In angular velocity, we define the torque, total kinetic energy T q dot. This is the total kinetic energy. So it will be sum of sum for all the joints k to n, 1 to n. This is 1 upon representing 1 upon 2 mv square, because this is vector. So for different variables, different joints, it can be a vector. So it will be represented by Vk transpose Mk into Vk plus omega k T transpose Dk omega k. So 1 upon 2 d omega square it is representing, and Dk is 3 by 3 inertia the link.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Now
Hello?
yes.
Sir,
Yes.
screen is not visible to me, sir.
कब से नहीं दिख रही थी?
Sir, one page is showing, after
Hello?
that is not visible. Sir, from starting, sir.
Okay. Should I repeat again the things?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ तक? यहाँ आपने देखा था ये? Have you seen this page or this?
नो सर, स्टार्टिंग से बस एक हाँ बस यही पेज दिख रहा था सर.
So here these are the basic things about how we use the dynamic model of the arms, and dynamic equations of the 6 axis manipulators is complex, and so far these Lagrange Euler formulations are used. Another alternative is the recursive Newton Euler formulation, and so these formulations include the inertia, gravity, friction, Coriolis force, and centrifugal forces. Okay, so every complex dynamic system can be modeled in simple formulation using the Lagrangian formulation. In the Lagrangian formulation, we use the energy, generalized forces, and generalized coordinates motion. So suppose there is an joint robotic arm, and n joint variables q are defined by q1, q2, q3, qn, and so let's take T is the potential energy, kinetic energy, and U is the potential energy of a link. Okay, so every link will have some angular velocity, linear velocity, and orientation and position. So it will have some definite kinetic energy which will vary according to the speed and orientation. So total kinetic energy minus the total potential energy of the complete system will define the Lagrange function. So Lagrange function is depending on the link linear velocity as well as angular velocity, together with suppose that one link is linear and it has prismatic joint, so at the end of this prismatic joint another link will be there. So suppose that link is rotating, but when we change the length of previous link, the linear velocity of the other link also affected. So in that condition, the joint velocity, linear velocity as well as angular velocity, and joint positions, linear positions and angular positions, both affect the Lagrange function total kinetic energy. And here we know that the potential energy is only affected by the position of the link. It is not affected by the velocity of the link. So here we have not taken the q dot. So q dot is the derivative of joint variables. This is vector, and so we define a Lagrangian function. Lagrangian function is we use the partial differentiation of this Lagrangian function with respect to joint positions, and the time derivative of the partial derivative of Lagrange function with respect to joint velocities. So total force acting on ith joint is defined by the difference of these two terms. Okay, this is the partial derivative of the Lagrange function with respect to joint positions, and this is the partial differentiation of Lagrange function taken by this equation with respect to joint velocities, and again this term is differentiated with respect to time, means the change in this derivative with respect to time. Okay, so the Lagrangian formulation of robot arm consists of a system of n order non-linear differential equations in vector of joint variables q. It has nth order non-linear differential equation because the total I varies from 1 to n. So this will have n equations f1, f2, f3, f4 and fn. It may be some angular force, some may be linear force, because for I equal to 1, suppose this is theta 1, so this is angular, so this will represent the angular force, that is torque, and suppose that the next variable is d2, so the force will be linear force. So now we study the kinetic and potential energy. So here let's take the x0 y0 is the base frame, and link k has the joint velocity of omega k and vk, okay, with respect to kth coordinate. So the kth link will be moving in three-dimensional space, and vk denotes the linear velocity of center of mass. So suppose that the center of mass of link will have, suppose that this is the total length, and the center of mass may be between these ends. So vk represents the linear velocity of center of mass with respect to rotor base frame, okay, and omega k is the velocity of angular velocity of center of mass of link with respect to base frame. Understood? Is it clear? Suppose this is the
Yes, sir.
link k center of mass. So what will happen? This will be rotating with angular velocity vk, and with it may be moving with linear velocity vk, okay, with respect to this coordinate x0, y0, z0. So the total kinetic energy of the arm is the sum of the kinetic energy due to linear velocity and kinetic energy due to angular velocity. So we generally know that 1 upon 2 mv square is the linear velocity, and 1 upon 2 d, yeah, or 1 upon 2 j omega square is the angular kinetic energy, okay. So here dk is the inertia tensor, okay, and mk is mass of the link k, and mass is assumed to be centered at the center of this link. So here instead we write 1 upon 2 mv square, because these are the vectors k equal to 1 to n, k varies from 1 to n, so v1, v2, v3, and omega 1, omega 2, omega 3. So this will be a vector, and multiplication of vector, same vector is done like this, the transpose into mk, then simple vector, okay, and again this is in terms of omega, and this is the transpose of this omega vector, and dk is a 3/3 inertia tensor. So link inertia tensor, this is actually the function which defines the distribution of mass of a rigid object, how the mass is distributed along whole of the object. So let's assume mass density of the rigid body is rho, and v is the volume. So total mass of the link will be rho into v, okay. So integral of rho dv with respect to with respect to volume. Okay, here this rho dV with respect to means this integral will represent the mass. Okay, and this is the total inertia tensor which is defined, and this is a symmetric matrix. Okay, this is in which plane this is? Can you tell me? In z y plane, z plane, x d11, d12, d3, and this is diagonal terms are like this, and this is symmetric matrix which has a minus xy rho dv, and in the same row and column elements are same, so this is symmetric matrix. So these are this is the diagonal terms, and off diagonal terms are there. So link inertia tensor of this has been determined. This is mb square plus c square by 12, and in x direction. So here we can see that now we come to the DH convention which we have studied. ये आप कैलकुलेट कीजिएगा, ये कैसे आया आप ये देखिएगा, ठीक है. You will have to study this because you will need. I think in previous chapter, one chapter I have left here. इसमें मैंने एक चैप्टर छोड़ दिया उधर पे क्योंकि वो सिलेबस में कवर नहीं है, और जो जैकोबियन डेवलपमेंट ऑफ जैकोबियन मैट्रिक्स is discussed there. So I think some informations from there are needed. So in case it is necessary, we'll go to that chapter. So here TK0 defines the complete homogeneous transformation matrix of kth link kth frame with respect to base frame. Okay, K is the last frame according which we want to define. K may vary from 1 to n, and 0 is the base frame. So this is defined already as you know previously, or rotation matrix, that is orientation matrix with respect to base, and this is position matrix with respect to base. And here also you know that the transpose of this matrix determines the R0 to K, means the base frame with respect to the transformation, homogeneous transformation. This is orientation matrix of base frame with respect to kth frame. This is the inverse of orientation matrix of kth frame with respect to base frame, and also it is transpose of the same. So we now convert the omega k from the base coordinates to the link k coordinates. Okay, so the inertia tensor of link k is defined by dk, and this is defined with respect to base. Okay, and here this is defined with respect to base. So to define with respect to kth, here you know that this is the angular velocity and transpose of angular velocity of kth joint, and we want to represent with respect to, this is the center of mass. Okay, center of mass of kth link, the inertia tensor of center of mass of kth link with respect to base. So now we want to transform with respect to kth coordinate frame. Then dk represents the inertia tensor of link K about its center of mass relative to Lk. This represents dk represents the inertia tensor of kth link about its center of mass with respect to base frame. Okay, but here this dk bar represents the inertia link K about its mass with respect to frame Lk. Okay, तो यहाँ पे दो बातें हो गई. You see here, when you see this diagram, this represents, this is the center of mass, and dk represents relative to this coordinate frame, and dk bar represents relative to this reference frame. Okay, so dk and dk bar you know. So here, is it visible? 6.2.4 equation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
यस सर.
तो अभी तक का समझ में आ गया जितना हमने डिस्कस किया?
यस सर.
So any velocity with respect to base coordinate can be changed to the velocity with respect to kth coordinate frame by using the transformations. Okay, now I will show you. Omega k represents according to x0, y0, z0. Okay, and this represents xk, yk, zk. Okay, and this is the position of center of mass of the link. This is angular velocity and this is linear velocity. Okay, do you know angular velocity and linear velocity are mutually perpendicular? So when this is represented according to this, and now if we want to represent this according to this, okay, then suppose we have the transformation matrix of R, orientation matrix R K0. Okay, because the angular velocity is there na, so we will use the orientation matrix RK0 represents the position of transformation of this coordinate frame to the base frame. Okay, here I show you by an arrow that we are transforming the kth frame with respect to base frame. Now we want to change this to this, then what will be the value? Then suppose omega k into r 0 to k. Okay, this will be representing the transformation matrix. Okay, this is opposite rotation. Okay, so now we want to transform this, then we will multiply the omega k with this matrix, and then use the dk bar. Dk bar is with respect to this inertia tensor, and dk is the inertia tensor of center of mass with respect to this. Is it visual? Then
Yes.
r0 k omega k. पहले क्या था? पहले हमारा रिप्रेजेंट होता था फर्स्ट ओमेगा के टी डी के omega k. I am simply representing by omega k. In book this is represented minus, it has used, why used I don't know. So this is the representation and divided by 2. Okay, so the multiplication of the transpose of this is multiplication of r0 k transpose omega k transpose यहाँ पे ये ऐसा होगा, ठीक है। तो डी के बार इंटू r0 k, this represents the transformation of base frame to the kth frame. Okay, suppose k equal to, we want to k equal to 1, then it is first link. Okay, so this is the end of the link and this is the middle of the link. This may be the center of mass. Suppose the center of mass of the link is here and we are taking the k equal to 2, so this may be the another end lk xk yk zk, and we are calculating for the center of mass of link 1. Okay, previous link, then there will be relative changes. Okay, so here you see this is omega k. तो यहाँ पे अगर करेंगे इसको, when you change this, simplify, then you will get the transformation of t equal to rk 0. Okay, अंडरस्टैंड। सो यहाँ पे अल्टीमेटली क्या आया, आर के 0 k to 0 and the transpose of the same, this is a vector, this is also a vector, so vector will remain the same. Here the additional transformation matrix will be added when we want to change the inertia tensor in place of relative to base, and we want to change now on the base of kth frame. So inertia tensor with respect to kth frame is now put here, and these two transformations are used. Okay, so here this is the transpose of r0 k is defined by inverse of rk 0, inverse or transform, you can also say the transpose of this. Okay, so this equation you have understood better. So ultimately the equation will be what will be the equation? Omega k, it is same matrix as previously, and this is omega a r k 0. This is the variables depending on the joint variables, and dk bar, and this is rk 0 depending on joint variables, and inverse of by 2, and here one element is there, omega k. This is same. Okay, so here you see that this term has been replaced by dk. So we can see that dk can be represented in terms of inertia tensor with respect to base frame and inertia tensor with respect to kth frame. Okay, here it can be represented by rk 0 inverse and rk 0. Means whenever we have the problem to calculate the inertia tensor with respect to the kth coordinate, then we have to have information about orientation matrix of kth frame with respect to base frame. Okay, and the inertia tensor of the kth frame. So we know that whenever any link is changing the position, and the inertia tensor of this link with respect to its end will be constant. So always it is constant. Okay, for individual link, if we suppose k equal to we have chosen 1, then for the link k equal to 1, and the coordinate frame at the end of this link, okay, then this dk matrix will be constant, and it will not change any time with respect to this. Suppose this is the beam and this is center of mass, and dk bar is the inertia tensor with respect to kth coordinate frame. Okay, then this relation will never change. It will remain constant with respect to this. Okay, so this is always constant. So finally this term we have received 6.2.4 and 6.2.5. finally this derivation has come. So now we proceed to link Jacobian. So any link can be derived in the terms of joint positions and joint velocities. Okay, so here this term is joint velocity, and this is Jacobian of the joint variables. Joint variable Jacobian is a matrix which has been defined in previous section. So I will also consider this Jacobian matrix in detail. So this is the position, the derivative of position, and the derivative of the angle of the link. So totally this can be defined. So JK is determined in the same manner that the center of mass, the variation of velocity, joint velocity, the velocity, angular velocity, and linear velocity of center of mass of the link is given by this matrix. This is the joint variable for the kth joint, and this is the derivative of the joint variable. Okay. So in next lecture, I will consider how to develop this Jacobian matrix. And so here you can see this Jacobian matrix is the center of mass. Here you see the center of mass has the homogeneous transformation matrix TQ0, and center of mass with respect to the kth coordinate, and this is the coordinate conversion matrix H1. Okay, so now we after determining this equation, we take the derivative of this variable with respect to different joint variables q1, q2, q3, qn, and so we will have a matrix of matrix, and here this will represent the joint type parameter. Okay. Okay, so for prismatic joint we will keep one, for prismatic we will keep 0, and for revolute joint we will keep 1 here, and this will generally, this row will generally be made up of 1 and 0 elements only. So we will also later discuss about how to derive the Jacobian matrix for any link. Okay. So now I conclude this lecture, and I will discuss in the next lecture this manipulator inertia tensor. Okay, so let's look once into these derivations. Okay. तो अभी यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया ना? Any problem? You have only, I think, maybe some confusion regarding this. So you look into this and how it is coming. Okay. And you see here this formula can be create here for determining this inertia tensor DCM. Okay. So students,
Yes, sir.
पूछो. रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दे रहा हूँ.
Okay, sir.
पहले अटेंडेंस ले लो. ठीक है.